welcome back to my vlog channel. Initially after New Year's, I wanted to do a New Year's video, do a room tour of my son's room that we were getting all ready and situated. Unfortunately, something miraculously happened recently, so I took a wild break, but today I thought I'd do a short vlog, which will include updates, some announcements, and my labor and delivery story. So I'll start with a few updates. So I never ended up getting my toes and nails done, getting his room done and all that, because on January 9th, my water broke, and then on January 10th, at 6:54 p.m., I had my son vaginally, which I'll get into the birth story in a little bit. So the update is I'm not going to be vlogging for a while. I'm going to be taking a long break, especially introducing my son. There's a tradition my family and I have. Once he's 3 months, I can publicly introduce him to all of our friends, extended family. In the meantime, we've been doing photos and Skyping with friends and family, so it'll be 3 months before I debuted him here on my vlog channel. But he's our precious miracle. We had a really rough labor and delivery, which we'll get into. So the announcement is I'm going to plan to do an introduction video of my son in 3 months. So right now he's 2 weeks old as of tomorrow. So that will be happening shortly in 3 months. And then I will definitely do a room tour when I can. It's just that my mom's stuff is in there. So I'll try to do a room tour when no one's home and things like that. So this is why I'm vlogging when my parents are not home, my husband's not home. So these are just the quick announcements and updates. But I'll definitely be vlogging here and there. I just won't be posting it on time because I'm in between pumping, feeding my son, taking care of him, and doing house things and all that stuff. Finally took care of all the photos today that are being distributed between my parents, my grandparents, which are his grandparents. So on January 9th, I was already feeling awful. I couldn't move at all. I was in so much pain. And 2 days prior, we went to the triage at Labor Delivery in Tarzana Hospital, which is here in Tarzana, Southern California. I went there, and then they checked me, like not vaginally, but everywhere else. And they said, baby's great, you're great, but you're starting to contract. So I was already having Braxton Hicks and kind of can tell that I was in so much pain. That was the Sunday. And then the Sunday must have been the 7th, January 7th. And then January 9th, in the evening, I told my husband I'm about to make dinner. And I didn't get around to making dinner because within a minute that I was going to take to relax, I was on the phone actually with a friend that I was going to call later. Ended up calling her because this is what was happening. So I'm telling my husband as he comes out of the shower. Mind you, my husband works until like 5. No, he works until 4:30, but he catches the bus that goes to the train that gets to where he parks his car, like by the train station, and then he drives home. So the home ride's about a 15-minute drive with the traffic and stuff. Otherwise, it's like 5-10 minute drive there. Usually the train station's like, sorry about that, like 5 or 10 minutes away from my house. So then my husband arrives at 5:45, takes a shower and all that stuff. He's coming out at 6. I told him it's 6:01, I'm putting up dinner. All of a sudden, I just went to the bathroom already twice. And then I just heard like, psh, and my water just all came out at once. Normally your water breaks gradually. Mine just broke completely. So then I called the, I called the hospital, the OB, and my mom's a nurse. They all confirmed that the water broke. I was heading to the hospital. I was for sure going to be admitted. They weren't going to stop labor. I was 36 weeks and 5 days at the time, which is fine. Fine enough. If he came out, he was going to be okay. So then they told me I was staying regardless. And then they also said if he is born at 36 weeks and 5 days or 36 weeks and 6 days, he would be assessed after birth, and I would not get that experience that most women get when you deliver them vaginally or a C-section. Sometimes they allow you to do like skin to skin, which is like right on your chest. So vaginally they would go like this, and the baby on you, and they take them, clean them, dad holds them, then mommy gets an hour skin to skin, they find the breast, they nipple on it, which is what I initially thought we were going to have. We didn't get that chance because I was already told that he was going to be examined after. especially the bag of water being completely broken. That's what they were going to do. My husband, he was initially afraid of labor and delivery, he did well. For someone who's, seen videos, learned this in class a little bit. But mind you, the videos they show you and the photographs and all that for that kind of stuff is not the same when you're in the room and you're experiencing this. So my mom and I kept posted. I was laboring for 11 hours. So from 6:40 the time I arrived all the way until like 4 something in the morning, 5. So it was exactly 11. It was 11 hours. After that, I yelled at him, like, get me the medicine, just give me a epidural. So a gentleman comes in. I explained to him that I have scoliosis. You might not be able to find the spot. You're going to have to, like, feel me. So here's your back, right? So he's going to have to feel like this somewhere to place it. He said, don't worry, I've dealt with it. So then he puts it in. It doesn't work because I'm in so much pain more and I'm feeling it. Then it was afternoon. I think it was like 11-ish or 12-ish in the afternoon. And mind you, it took a while to get the IV in because she couldn't do this arm, which is my right. She put it on my left. So that finally went in earlier that when I got into the hospital. They did all the blood work, whatever. IV sucked. If anyone tells you IVs don't hurt, yeah, they do. But the way she put it on the left wasn't so bad. It was just taking a while to, like, get used to it and stuff like that. Sorry, I'm just so itchy today. I don't know what happened. But anyways, yeah. I'm just so itchy, but sorry about that. But anyways, put it in. So then this wonderful nurse that I had, Mona, she told me they could redo the epidural. A lot of women have had it twice. There's no affected, whatever. So we find out that another lady somewhere else on the floor was doing her rounds of anesthesia for patients for the epidural. So she came in, redid it for me, which hurt a lot more. Getting it the second time around because the other spot that she found was better correct. When you do an epidural, you have to put it in the right place. And if you have a straight curve, it's easy. When your curve is curved, it's harder. With the scoliosis, it was harder. Luckily, I'm not severe enough in my scoliosis that I was told you couldn't get it. I was allowed to with my mild and moderate curve. So then she put it in the second time around. And although it took the whole pain of contractions away, like the edge off, on the back, now mind you, here's your back. Like, I'm facing you and here's my back. So on the right lower hand side, I was getting a pinched nerve. Apparently my mom had it when she was delivering my brother. So the epidural took effect and numbed my left leg, numbed my right. Lower extremities were somewhat numbed. Basically, she just ended up, they were giving me ice packs. So as soon as it got warm, my mom switched it out. So instead of feeling the contraction, the pinched nerve from the contraction, I would feel the cold on my back, which was perfect. Because I do that at home every time my back goes out and all that stuff. Then they checked me at about 2:30. I was 7 to 8, still high up. It wasn't until my doctor said, let's just give it a time. I wasn't allowed to have a C-section, although I was begging for it. My mom and my husband were like, no, you can do this, you can do this. So after 24 hours of labor, comes 6 o'clock, and my doctor's like, you still have a tiny bit of like lisp cervix left. So she said, let's just see how you push, see how you do. I knew I had to push harder than ever because you want him to come out and not have that little cervix left. Thankfully, I watched videos and I learned from some of you guys. I watched the labor and delivery video with Life with Jackie channel. She had the same OB I had and delivered at the same hospital, which is great. So I learned some stuff of what to do. So my doctor's like, oh, you have great pressure. Like, she was surprised, And first time moms are like an hour and a half, 2 hours, 3 hours, depends. But I'm pushing with all my might. I have no energy left. 24 hours, it was brutal. And I'm at one point saying I want to vacuum. I'm screaming at my mom, my husband, but I'm listening. And they say you're supposed to feel ring of fire. I actually didn't. What I felt, if the best way I can describe it is, here's your hole where the baby comes out. So I felt like someone's pressing against my bone. And they're trying to break it, and you can't break it. My doctor was using the oil massage, so stretching it. So everything didn't feel great. It was so awful. And then all of a sudden, he finally came out with head out and the rest of the body. I didn't get a chance to hold him because they whisked him away. He had a cord wrapped around his neck. He turned blue. They took him to NICU. My mom being a nurse and my husband went. I'm sobbing for 2.5 hours, almost 3, begging updates on my son, where he is. We didn't get to bond. Everyone got to see him first. My in-laws, my brother-in-law, my parents. And it's like, hello, I'm the mom. I delivered him. Where's my baby? And then at around 9:30, they wheeled me in to see him. I finally got an hour of skin to skin. He had to stay a few days in the NICU just as a precautionary measures to get more food in him, and they gave him, they checked his heart rate, oxygen, everything. And he also got antibiotics in case my uterus got an infection. I got to actually see the placenta. I thought it was just a cool little orgasm in itself. It was sent to the pathology lab to get it tested. And in addition to that, they're going to be testing me to see if I can carry another baby. Would we have another scenario like this? If we do, then I cannot have another child. He is healthy, perfect. So here's a quick little update on me. I ended up losing 20 pounds after I delivered him. So instead of being 181, I went down to 164 or lower, which is perfect. My food intake is back to normal. I still have uterine pain. The stitching was not that bad at all compared to the epidural, the delivery, and everything else. It was a cinch. Delivering the placenta was a cinch. I didn't have that much blood out, which was, everything went perfect. I truly had the best OB. I advocate to all you new moms. Highly recommend get the best OB ever that's on your side. Does whatever is best for the baby, the mom, perfect. I have a postpartum checkup in 5 weeks. I am recovering at home. I'm not allowed to go to a lot of public places. So if I go to the store, like a brief errand, then I usually run it when my mom's here with him. And then not too crowded, or when I go to doctor's appointments, she's usually here with him, you know, for me and stuff like that. So yeah. After his traumatic experience and having a day where one nurse didn't allow me to bond with him at the NICU, which was because he was born on January 10th, Wednesday. Thursday we bonded, but it wasn't the best bonding because of the nurse, you know, and problems. And then, no, this was actually not. Was Thursday? Yeah. No. Was Thursday? Yeah. Friday and Saturday I had a really good experience with the best nurses, everything. Because of the dramatic event that happened after birth and not having any water for 24 hours, I went to see my doctors. I was having chills and everything. I get clogged ducts. So I just basically have to pump it out and all that stuff, which is fine. So then my doctor told me that I have what's called postpartum post-traumatic stress, which causes crying spells, body chills. They're not signs of blues or depression. Like, you want to be around your family and your son all the time. That's how I feel. Like, I want to be around my son all the time. I want to be around the dog, my family, my husband. But it's just a feeling of, like, no one understands what you went through until you deliver your child. Like, my husband, he got pale and white after what happened. But he just couldn't comprehend how I'm feeling because he's not the one who delivered him, you know. It was... I'm just happy that he's healthy and happy he's here. We won't be announcing Jewish name until later on, but his official Jewish English name is pronounced Samuel, named after his grandfather Samion, his great-grandfather, my grandfather Samion, my father's side. He passed away. This year will mark 6 years ago that he passed away in July. Joseph is his middle name, named after my husband's grandfather. And the last name is Rubenstein, which is our last name. So Samuel Joseph Rubenstein. Christians pronounce Samuel. He's Samuel. That's how you pronounce it. I finished his baby book. I wrote my pregnancy journal and labor and delivery so that one day when he's born, he can read about it. The one thing I take away from labor and delivery is like running a marathon 10 times. And also, I mean, I did lose 3 hours of bonding with him because my husband got to see him right after he was born and my mom rather than me. I just saw him waving his little hand and that's it. But I think now we're making up for the time because I'm home with him all day when my husband works. So it kind of makes up for it, but I'm just happy he's healthy and happy and everything's great. He ended up having a tongue tie and a upper lip tie, which we took care of it today. He did great. He didn't really cry. My mom wrapped him and all that stuff. He got numbed really well. The next step is the circumcision. We have a few other things that we're doing. And I just admire him. Like, as I'm vlogging for you guys, you know, my labor and delivery story and a few updates, I'm like staring at him and making sure he's okay. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, my labor and delivery story. I will see you next time when I do another vlog. Sending you all love. Thanks for watching. Bye, everybody. Until next time.